everyone, happy St. Patrick's Day. I thought I would jump on and just show you this quick little video on how to make this adorable little punch art leprechaun. Now I am not going to show you how to make the whole card. The card's pretty straightforward, but I am going to show you the punches that I used and how to put this little guy together. So to start, you are going to need some Granny Apple Green cardstock, and you're going to need to punch one of the pine tree punches and then one of the ice cream cone builder, both the scoop of ice cream and the cone. Okay, so you're going to need those three pieces in Granny Apple Green. And then in terracotta tile, you are going to punch using the strawberry builder punch. You're going to punch 4 of the leaves and 1 of the little strawberry top, all from terracotta tile cardstock. Okay, then you're also going to punch 1 black ice cream cone using the ice cream builder punch. And then I used 2 small 1/2-inch black circles. This is a 3/4 inch circle in petal pink. Now, it doesn't have to be petal pink. You really don't actually see this piece. It's just kind of a piece that we use to build the face on. Then you're going to need a small circle, smaller than a 1/2 inch for in petal pink for the nose. Now I used one of the eyes from the retired owl builder punch, but you're going to need something that is, well, it's about 3/8 of an inch diameter. So you're going to have to look through your stash and see what you have. If you have the owl builder, no problem. It's one of the large eye circles. If you don't have the owl builder, see what you've got, but you're going to need something slightly smaller than the 1/2 inch black circles. And then finally, I used 1 little flower from the confetti flowers border punch. Okay, so those are all of our pieces. So the first thing whenever I make punch art is I always sponge all of my pieces. That gives them some depth and sort of helps the characters come to life. So I'm going to start by sponging my hat. So I have some Granny Apple Green ink, and I'm just going to sponge the edges of my hat here. Now the other thing I need to do is bend my hat down. So all I kind of did is just at the tip, I took my thumb and sort of folded it over. And you can kind of play with it until you get it at the angle that you like. Okay, you'll use your bone folder to kind of crisp that up. Make sure it stays folded flat. And then I just tucked a glue dot in there to hold it down. Okay, and once you've got that folded over, then you can sponge that sort of the fold as well. Again, it's just to give it some dimension. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pine tree and we're going to trim off the trunk with our paper snips. And then we're going to trim sort of below that first row of branches. So I'm just going to kind of trim across there. Okay, I'm going to tidy that up a little bit. And what's going to happen is we're going to be layering that onto our hat like that. Okay, but before we do that, again, we're going to add a little bit of sponging. I'm not going to sponge the edge that I cut with my snips, just the punched edges. Okay, and then to create our hat, we're just going to adhere the band, or sorry, the brim of our hat to the bottom of our triangle, just like that. So the easiest way to do that is with just a titch of liquid glue. Just going to put a little bit along there. And then adhere the brim of your hat. Just like that. Okay, now to create the band, I'm going to take my black ice cream cone and I'm going to cut just across to create a band. Okay, it's just going to go on right about there. Nope, sorry, wrong piece. Let's cut that straight. There. So that is going to go on there. I'm going to trim it off. It's just going to go kind of where the top of the brim sort of meets. So it's going to go right on there. That's going to hide the fact that there's a seam there. So we're going to add a little bit of glue there. And we're going to pop this on just like that. And then I'm just going to flip this over and trim off those little bits that extend out either side. Just trim them with my snips. Okay, so there's my hat. These are trash. We don't need these little bits anymore. We'll get rid of them. Okay, next I am going to sponge my beard. We're going to build the face. So I have some terracotta tile ink and my sponge dauber, and I'm going to sponge all of my petals that I punched using the strawberry builder. So again, I'm just going to give them a little bit of inky love here. Okay, and then I'm also going to sponge the stem. So again, I'm just, whoopsie, got a little aggressive there. I'm gonna come in and ink those as well. Okay, now that I've got those sponged, I'm gonna snip off the ends of my leaves. So the stem from the leaf, I'm gonna snip them all off with my snips. Just like that. And then I'm also going to snip the stem off my little stem piece here. Okay, so that's going to be the mustache, and then we're going to use the leaves to create our beard. So this little 3/4 inch circle, if you did it in petal pink, that's great. If not, any color really is fine, because we're just going to use that to build on. So we are going to adhere our hat to just to the top half of that circle. So I'm going to just take and add a little bit of glue there, and we're just going to glue that on just like that. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to build the beard. So we are going to start with a single leaf, and we are going to build sort of behind that single leaf to kind of construct our beard. So what's going to happen is we're just going to layer those petals one behind the other until we form the beard. Okay, so the easiest way I found to do this was, again, I'll use some liquid glue just for speed here. So I'm starting with my single. I'm going to add one sort of behind it like this. I'm going to add a little bit more glue. And then another one here. And then a little more glue. And then our final piece kind of coming down the center. And the nice thing about using the liquid glue is you do have a little bit of wiggle time to adjust if you need to. Okay, and then our mustache is going to go on right at the top, just like that. So again, we'll add just a little bit of glue, and we're going to add that just at the top like that. Okay, then that whole piece is going to get adhered to our little face piece here. Okay, it's going to butt right up against the hat. We're not even really going to see the face. So again, I'm going to add a little bit of glue here, and we're going to pop that on right about there. Okay, just get them nice and centered. All right, then we are going to add the body. So our ice cream scoop is going to act as a body, and it's going to come, the way I assembled this, so here are his shoulders, these are where his feet are going to go, and the beard kind of covers up his belly there in the middle. So it's going to go on just about like that. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of glue here again. Now, I didn't worry about sponging this piece because we see so little of it. I didn't really think it was that big a deal. If you want, you certainly can sponge it. I just didn't think it was really worth the effort. All right, so there we go. Now we're going to add just a little bit of color to his nose. So I have this again is one of the eyes from the Retired Owl Builder Punch. So I'm going to ink just around the edges with a little bit of Blushing Bride. That's going to give his nose just a little bit of a pink tinge. Just like that. Okay. And then that is going to go on with a glue dot. So I'm just going to take and press the nose onto a glue dot, and then the easiest way I find to maneuver this is to just use my take your pick and just sort of place it where I want it. So there he is. There's his little leprechaun nose. Isn't he cute? Love him. All right, and then finally I'm going to add my his two shoes. So they're going to go right over sort of the little balls there on the ice cream punch. Okay, so they're going to go kind of right about there. Now, if you want, you can certainly tuck in behind the beard if you don't want the shoes over top of the beard. Okay, they can go just like that. So we're going to add a little bit of glue to each of these little bits here. And then we'll tuck one shoe and two shoes, just like that. There he is. Isn't he cute? Oh, I love him. I seriously like laughed out loud when I put this guy together. My husband had to come down and see what I was up to because he thought I was a little loopy. All right, so there we have our cute little leprechaun. Now we need to create his little shamrock for his hat. So this little flower is punched from brass foil sheets. You can certainly use gold. I just like the brass because it's extra shiny. And this is the largest flower from the confetti flower border punch. So I'll just pull out that punch. So it's there's 2 large flowers in that punch, so it's one of those. Okay, so all I'm going to do, and I'm going to flip this over so you can see a little bit easier. I'm going to take and trim one of the petals on the flower. So I'm going to just kind of cut in and then straight down. And then same thing, straight up and then in. And that is going to give me my little bitty shamrock. I flip it over. There you go. There's your little shamrock for his hat. Easy peasy. So we're just going to take and press that onto a glue dot. And I'm going to pick it up with my take your pick. And it's going to go right as a buckle on his hat. And there you have it. Cute little leprechaun. Could easily turn this guy into a gnome if you left his hat, you left his hat straight up and got rid of the band. That would be a cute little gnome. So this card I put together, sentiment and little shamrocks are from the Oval Occasion stamp set. And I've got some Granny Apple Green DSP. This is one of our ribbon slides. I actually used just some black cardstock to slide through the ribbon slide to kind of mimic the hat band. But there you go. There's a cute little St. Patrick's Day project for you. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day.